All right, thinking leads to eating. I know what to do, I'm just not doing it. Have you ever had that thought? I know you have, because almost every human being that is trying to lose weight has thought the thought, I know what to do, I'm just not doing it, right? So I want to challenge this in a big, big way. First off, that message is not coming from your thinking brain, it's actually coming from your lower brain. And here's why. It's kind of defending its position. By it saying, you know everything, you're just not doing it, it doesn't allow you to look anywhere else. There's no other possible place to look. It's negating that there could be anything you don't already know. It's a protection mechanism. She knows everything. She can't possibly have anything else to learn. She knows to track her food. She just go for a walk. It's focusing you on what I would call the tactical applications. Yes, you know the tactical applications. I don't argue that point. But what I do argue is you don't know everything. And here's where I want to break it down. If you knew everything, then when your lower brain showed up, you would just do what you knew to do. But your mental struggle, where you have work to do, and so your lower brain doesn't want you to see this, because what does it do? It actually makes it not important. It takes its power away. All of a sudden, when you become aware that the only thing standing between you and your goal is this lower brain chatter, because let me be honest with you, what stops you from standing up, walking across the room, preparing your salad for lunch, or what prevents you from picking up your phone, opening the app, putting the food in? Those things you're physically capable of doing. Like, if your child's life depended on it, you would physically be able to execute those things. So then the question becomes the part about you're just not doing it, right? It doesn't want you to dive deeper into that. It doesn't want you to say, why am I not doing it? Interesting. I keep hearing all this stuff about how I can't possibly track my calories because they're like 4,000 today, and that's just obscene. And there's all this judgment and all this thinking. See, where that stuff is coming from is where you want to look. That's where your work is. That's where you don't know everything. That's where you're hearing these messages and you're buying into it, and you don't have to. Like, it literally could be going, and I tell this to my kids all the time, somebody could tell you the sky is purple. If you know it's not, you don't have to argue with it, right? So if you can hear your lower brain, and when it says, oh, you had a rough day, have the bag of chips. Oh, you don't want to track that. It's been a really weird day today. We'll do it tomorrow. When you get to the place that you dismiss it, like you say, the sky's not purple. I get that the sky is blue. I'm looking at it right now with my own eyeballs. When you get to that place, guess what? Now your lower brain has its habitual nature becomes less significant. It's kind of like it's creating, if you become aware of it, its demise is inevitable. Like, it'll always be there. It's always going to be saying things to you, but you're not paying any attention to it anymore, right? In a weird way, it's like its extinction is coming. So when it tells you, you know everything, you're just not doing it, lie. You don't know everything. Otherwise, you'd be doing it, because let's be honest. If somebody says, oh, you know everything about investing in your 401k, you're just not doing it. No, you're probably, because you don't have a lot of baggage around that, you're like, at 70, I want to be able to buy food and have a house to live in. So I'm going to put my money in there. like you see with your higher level brain, you see that is a very important thing, and you take action on it, right? So what you have to do when you hear that sound in your head that says you know everything, you're just not doing it, is go lower brain. Lower brain. It's trying to protect itself, to make itself still needed. This is a habitual thing, because I guarantee you too, that thought leads you down the path of a day of unhelpful eating, there's a habit loop attached to the thought, I know everything, I'm just not doing it, right? So you're probably not journaling your food. You're probably eating whatever you want. You might say, you know what, maybe tomorrow I'll start. It puts you in a place of inaction, okay? So that's something to definitely take notice of. Now, when it says you know everything, I want you to say it's all those practical applications. Meal planning, grocery shopping, all that stuff. That's not what we're talking about. The knowing is the ability to hear the thoughts in your head, because what drives all of your actions? What makes you get up and go make the meal plan? What makes you open the app and track your food? It's the thought that that is something you want to do because you have a bigger goal. So then what gets in the way of that thought and creates inaction for you, or creates destructive action for you, right? Because nobody's coming into your house and snatching the phone out of your hand saying, no, you're not going to journal today. No, I'm taking your sneakers. You're not going for a walk. Nobody's doing that to you, right? And if you are, call the cops, get that taken care of. But assuming that that is not your physical situation, why are you not doing it? You want these things. You know the actions. It's because of the lower brain thoughts. And the sooner you become more aware, then all of a sudden that lower brain becomes less important to you. Its words mean less. If you're confused on what I'm talking about, I just released a video called Treat Your Brain Like You're Like a Solicitor. Dismissing your lower brain is not giving it an importance in your life anymore. Realizing it's nonsensical, it makes no sense. So when you hear that thought, I want you to come back to that video and say, yes, I do have work to do. I do have things I need to do. I need to learn how my brain is working so I don't keep falling victim to not doing the actions I know to do. That part I know. The brain part, I need to do a lot of work on. So I hope this video helps. That's one very cliche thing the lower brain will throw out. You know everything, so you're just not doing it. And the truth is, no, you don't know everything. I didn't know everything. I'm still learning. We're all learning. And that's the other thing too, to assume you have all knowledge based on whatever the thing is. It's to dismiss the ability to take in any possible new knowledge. Now, I'm not saying we're looking at diets or applications. I'm talking about knowledge about how your brain works, so you can actually be better at executing anything you want to do. I hope this message helps. Please like and subscribe. I will talk to you soon.